Massive political chaos, unaffordable rents, crime so common even toothpaste needs to be locked up, devastating fires, and tens of thousands of homeless addicts. Everyone knows this about LA, but people fail to see the deeper poetic symbolism behind it all. Every reason for the American empire's decline is perfectly demonstrated in LA, and we must understand it if we want to save our country from what it's becoming. There's twice as many unused housing units than homeless people in LA. So why are they homeless? The reason is extremely sad. To understand it, we must understand how we got here in the first place. So the rise and fall of the American empire are both due to the exact same reason: freedom. During the Industrial Revolution, the American value of freedom let entrepreneurs spread their wings with minimal restrictions, resulting in brilliant new inventions like cars, electricity, planes, trains, and many more, creating a massive economic boom, making America extremely wealthy. But that wealth spoiled us. Our value of freedom rotted and turned into extreme individualism. It's no longer every individual has the right to express and implement their ideas in a free world. It became the individual matters more than everyone else. People prioritizing their own happiness over others is the root of most of the problems, not just in LA, but in America. People who use substances, defecate in public, shoplift, litter, and aggressively protest, take welfare while being able to work, all have one thing in common. They prioritize their happiness over everyone else's. But this mindset shows up when someone litters without caring who cleans it up, when someone steals from a store without thinking about how prices rise for the rest of us, when able-bodied people take welfare without thinking of the taxpayer who funded it. And it's not just them, it's all of us. Why are there so many homeless people when there are twice as many unused housing units than there are homeless? It's not because homeless people are lazy. 40 to 60% of them have jobs. It's not because they're addicts. That's only 20%. It's not because they choose to. 93% of them want affordable housing. It's mostly because most housing units are left unused, as people treat them like financial assets, waiting for the price to increase instead of renting them for others to live in. Some are turned into Airbnb vacation rentals, as that is more profitable. Some are purchased by people who live elsewhere but have a second residency in LA for when they visit. All this hoarding creates a severe homelessness problem in the city. But once again, the owners care more about their investments and profit than they care about their city. They believe they matter more than everyone else. But it's not completely their fault either. Some are just everyday Americans using investments to combat inflation, ensuring that their hard-earned money doesn't get less valuable. Inflation happens when the government spends more money than it has. Around 70% of government employees are reportedly not engaged at work. Behavior like this could have contributed to the hundreds of billions of tax dollars we waste yearly and the inflation that follows. The act of knowing you're eating up hard-earned taxpayer dollars, but proceed to not be engaged anyway because it's driven by the same mindset of prioritizing one's own happiness over others. Yet, once again, it's not completely their fault. Their employers, our politicians, need to be doing more to ensure our money is spent wisely on employees that consistently try their best. Yet, doing so requires a lot of hard work, which extreme individualists won't do. Government inefficiency creates inflation. Inflation causes landlords to hoard. Hoarding causes housing prices to go up. Prices going up causes homelessness. Homelessness causes crime. Crime makes store prices go up, causing more homelessness, increasing the demand for housing units, making landlords hoard even more because prices keep going up, creating more homelessness, which makes the price go up again, which increases homelessness. And you get the point. It's a vicious cycle of extreme individualists feasting on each other instead of working together to make society a better place. At the heart of this cycle is the my happiness matters more mentality that every step of it couldn't happen without. This cycle, it gets completely ignored by the public because of our own extreme individualism. We make up and believe myths about homeless people, convincing ourselves they're lazy, they're addicted, or by choice. But I explained previously why none of these things are the reason. We convince ourselves of these myths to feel worthy of our privilege while others suffer. Instead of helping those in need, we dehumanize them to justify not helping them because of our I matter more than everyone else mentality. Now, this one's probably going to upset a lot of people, so buckle up and keep an open mind, because I have yet to cover the over-politicization and the massive No Kings protest that took place in LA. Everybody's an expert. The political atmosphere in America is by far the biggest display of normalized extreme individualism and narcissism yet. I'm not talking about one specific political party, but the country as a whole. Let me explain. Imagine 10 people are lost in the jungle and a lion runs at them. They could either fight or run away. So instead of picking one option, they argue about which is best, while the lion gets closer and closer. And they finally decide when the lion's too close to them. And half of them don't even follow through with the decision. Half try to run and half fight back. But obviously, this doesn't work out. Even if they randomly picked an option immediately at the start, whatever they chose would have been better than both options if they delayed things by arguing. They could have time to pick up sticks and stones if they chose to fight. They could have a head start if they chose flight. And all of them concentrating their efforts on one option would be better than splitting, even if it wasn't the best option. 10 people fighting would overwhelm the lion. 10 people running could split off in different directions, so the lion can't chase them all. But if half fight and half run, the lion will easily beat the fighters and chase down the runners. This is a perfect analogy for the problem-solving methods of America. Democrats and Republicans spend so much time fighting each other on whose solution will work that it would have been better to go with either if we did so a while ago. Because every day our problems get worse and worse, inflation goes up, and more people live on the streets. The equivalent to the lion getting closer. It would have also been better if we coordinated our efforts on one solution, even if it's not the best one, instead of one half of the country fighting whatever policy we implement. Interfering with ICE raids, it doesn't stop people from getting deported. All it does is waste hard-earned taxpayer dollars by making it take longer and by increasing ICE salaries to compensate for the pushback, again wasting tax dollars. January 6th won't make Donald Trump president. All it does is divide us further and scare the other side. Blocking traffic, it doesn't accomplish anything other than wasting everyone's time. The perfect demonstration of this is during the LA wildfires, where the first thing we did was blame each other instead of figuring out how to solve the crisis. This significantly delayed actions being taken and reduced the scale of those actions. It would have been better to go with either side's proposed solutions rather than delay and sloppily implement them. Neither side is capable of saying, okay, we'll go with your solution, but if it doesn't work, you have to do things our way next. But why can't people say that? Wouldn't our country be so much better if we did? Well, once again, the I matter more than everyone else mentality crushes us. People are so fixated on proving they're right and implementing their solutions, they're unable to find middle ground or go with something even if they disagree with it, hurting our nation. But that's okay, because they matter more than everyone else. It takes 4 years of 8 hours a day studying to get a political science degree and decades of experience in law, business, economy, and much more to become a politician. Even the rare exception like Trump still have degrees in economics. So I find it funny that average people with little to no political study or experience feel so passionately right about their beliefs. It's like walking into a cockpit and telling your pilot how to fly or your surgeon how to operate, because those jobs, they require about as much experience as a politician. There's nothing wrong with having opinions on things you're not an expert in. That's what America is built on, the freedom of expression. But if you're so obsessed with these opinions that you loathe anyone who disagrees and you refuse to compromise for the benefit of your country, then that's no longer freedom of expression. It's extreme individualism. It's not just LA. I chose to talk about LA for this video because the roots of the downfall of the American empire are amplified and easy to see there, but that doesn't mean extreme individualism is only rampant in LA. It's an epidemic poisoning the entire country. Everything around you is infected with extreme individualism, and you don't notice any of it because it's become so normalized. Obesity in America, it used to be 13%. After the fast food industry blew up, it became 40%. People cared more about their profits than the health of America, and people cared more about their own pleasure than staying healthy to help their family and country. Social media algorithms and video games are carefully designed to hook us, making our youth less productive because my profits matter more than other people. Arcades and carnivals simulate gambling for children, getting them hooked onto rigged games. Insurance companies delay and sometimes deny urgent medical treatment. Movie theaters sell really unhealthy food and drinks, then don't let you bring your own to encourage bad choices. These traps were created because of extreme individualism, and we fall for them because of our extreme individualism. Service workers always expect tips, even for the easiest of jobs. Their employers won't pay them sufficiently. All of this is why America is no longer the great nation we once were. There are heroes in fiction like Iron Man, Superman, and Spider-Man. There are heroes in real life like MLK, Gandhi, and Lincoln. They're all completely different people, yet fictional or real, they all have one thing in common. They all believe everyone else matters more than them. They risk their lives fighting for everyone else. We admire these heroes, yet we act the complete opposite way they do. We act like the very people these heroes fought against. Believing you matter more is the root of all evil. Believing others matter more is the root of all good. So if we don't understand that soon, America will fade away into the graveyard of fallen empires. But why does all of this matter anyway, you say? Well, how does all of this affect me personally? It's all just some political mumbo jumbo I don't need to worry about, right? You wish. I made another video detailing how these systemic flaws directly lead to less money in your pocket.